Hello everybody, and welcome back to the realm. In between episodes, I was able to get this really good pickaxe. It's got Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch, Efficiency 3, and also I was able to get enough emeralds to buy a mending book, so I put some mending on it, which, I think that's pretty good. This is probably going to be my main pick, unless I'm digging for deep slate or something, because one time I made the mistake of mining a bunch of deep slate with a silk touch pick, only to realize that it needs to be cobbled in order for you to do anything with it. But, you know, live and learn, I guess. And also I started a little mine in the nether down to netherite level because I wanted a bunch of netherrack, because I wanted to be able to make some nether bricks, because what I'm going to do this episode, it's actually not going to involve the wool farm that I made last episode. Instead, what I'm going to do is do like the interior of my base down here, because it's alright. I mean, you know, it's a space, but I think it could definitely use some, I don't know, more decoration, I guess. It could look better. And I want to make it kind of nethery, so I want to use some blackstone, some nether brick like I'm making in here. And also I'm probably going to want to incorporate some stripped crimson logs at some point. Right now what I'm gonna do, actually, I was talking with number 0, and mycelium actually looks pretty cool. It almost looks a little bit zombie pigman like, and that's what I am. Like, it's pink, it's got some green mixed in, just like the moss on my face. So I think that this might actually be a pretty good floor for me to use. And so what I'm gonna do, I don't have like enough mycelium to just fill it in, but it can spread to grass, so I'm gonna dig out this space and then fill it in with grass. And as of right now, I might only make it 3 wide, because I don't know if I want to keep it as wide as it is or have a little bit of a trim along the wall. So I'll start out with it at only 3 blocks wide, and if I think that is too small, then I can always expand it later. So now I've got this dirt in, and I already added in some mycelium, and it's already spreading quite a little bit. But now what I need to do is go to the nether and try and find some blackstone. Number 0 actually did some work on this portal, and I think it looks awesome now. He used some deep slate like we have over here, but he also added in a bunch of amethyst, and I think it goes really well with the purple of the nether portal. I love the crying obsidian that he used, and I think that this just looks amazing and way better than it did before. Also, inside the nether, you'll see that he started kind of a hub. We usually make a nether hub, and honestly, usually it's number 0 that does it. This way, I think, goes to like the desert that I found. But down here is where it originally came out. And this is how I'm gonna get into the rest of the nether to explore and try and find one of those basalt deltas, which are pretty treacherous, but it's the best option for me if I want blackstone. And I think I'm gonna head in this direction because I'm pretty sure that there's one over here. So it does look like there's a little bit of basalt delta over here, but not quite enough for a ton of magma cubes to spawn, which is really good because those things are a pain in the butt. And it also looks like there's a bunch of blackstone here that I can mine. The main issue is probably gonna be the ghasts. I'll just fill this in with dirt so that I don't burn myself, because that would stink. And oh, those piglins I'm not liking either. I'm just gonna mine this and try and not die, I guess. I'm gonna keep this dirt right next to my pick so that if I ever uncover any lava, I can quickly switch to that and block it out. Well, some piglins are chasing me, so I guess I'm gonna go back to base. And oh my god, there's a ghast there. Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm probably going to go back to base and grab some golden boots so that those guys don't attack me, and then I can finally go and mine that out. Oh, look at that. What a nice man. So, using those boots worked, and I was able to get all the blackstone out of that area, which actually added up to just over 3 stacks, which I think is pretty good. I was going to take a picture of what it looked like when it was all broken down, but there was a bunch of ghasts shooting, and I couldn't really stop to take one. And I'm actually going to probably put those boots right back on again, because I want some crimson logs, so looks like I'm gonna have to take another trip to the Nether and try and find some of those logs. I'm thinking that either 2 or 3 stacks is probably gonna be good. I really just want to use the stripped variant because oh boy, Skelly. Because I think that might go well with the nether brick texture and the mycelium texture. Also, I didn't show you when I was down there, but before I had it where it was only like 3 blocks of mycelium wide, but I just decided to expand it out to the full 5. Anyway, I gotta go find some crimson logs. Now, this time I'm gonna go a different way than the way that I did to get to the Basalt Delta because, let's see, yeah, up there somewhere, I don't want to look too directly in front of me. Yeah, there's a bridge that number 0 made across there. Also, I'm gonna grab one of these quick so I can put it down and make sure that hoglins don't attack me. But I'm pretty sure that there's, oh boy, Enderman are not the nicest. Oh shoot, that better not have been me that hit him. Okay, I don't think it was me because I would have been dead by now if it was, probably. Anyway, yeah. So I'm pretty sure that there's a warped, no, not warped forest, I'm in a warped forest, that there's a crimson forest out this way, and I'm just gonna head in this direction and hope that I find it. So I've grabbed up a pretty decent amount of crimson stem, I guess is what it's called, not crimson log, but I'm gonna try and head back to the portal now. I think there's gonna be 2 main threats, magma cubes and ghasts, because I got gold on, so these guys are quite nice to me. But yeah, these magma cubes are not crap. Okay, I apologize for anything that I say that has to do with anything like that. But yeah, we're on, you know, goofy 1x bridges and all this. This is quite treacherous, and that's kind of how... Let me get my food ready, actually. Where's my food? Here it is. Okay. Put that right by my sword, which really should not be wood at this point, or not be stone. But yeah, this is the path that I took with number 0 and Flip, and this is the same path that Flip died on. Actually died a little bit further down the path, but you know, still quite treacherous, and not a place you want to stick around for very long. Ghasts are pretty annoying, but I'd argue that magma cubes are a little bit worse just because they split up and they're just really kind of a pain to deal with. So let's see if I can... Oh my god, my parkour skills are not right for this situation. Anyway, we're up where I need to be, so I should be good to get out if I can give this guy the runaround. This big old dude. Okay, he's going that way, so if I quick run through here... Okay. Okay, I should be in a pretty decent position right now. Now I just need to remember the path back, which I believe is around this way. And there's the ghasts. Yep, they're threat number 2. Dodge their blasts. Sometimes I hear them yell, and like there's no blast that actually comes out. So yeah, we got one down there. This is where I came out of that little path. Ooh! Oh dang! Oh my gosh, that is brutal. Okay, let's go up here, try and find... There it is. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of a torch there just to make that more noticeable. And it should be a pretty safe path back from here. Eat some of my beef, breathe easy, and just hope that I don't look at any Endermen. Yeah, that's a little bit sketch, but yeah, there's our little ladder right there, so I'm just gonna hopefully head back to base. So that was another successful trip to the Nether, and instead of going right in and starting to put in like the blackstone details and all that, I think I might raise the ceiling up by a block, because what I want to do is have the blackstone sort of come up and then across, except I don't want it to be like 2 blocks high. That seems a little bit annoying, so I'm gonna raise it up by a block just so that you know, you have some more clearance above your head. So I raised up the ceiling by a block, and this is just an example out of dirt of sort of how I want this to look. I might take out the stairs, and again this is going to be black stone. But now what I have to do is figure out where I actually want to put those. Now this side is 10 blocks. It's actually not a square. Yeah, this side's 10 blocks, and somehow my mycelium traveled up. That's fine. And this side is 12 blocks, so it may have to be somewhat different. But something like this could potentially work in here, unless that's a little bit too much. Let's see if I go ahead on this side. I know for a fact that I want it to be on the ends, and if we just go by 2s, yeah, see, that doesn't work on the side that's 12 blocks wide, so I'm not going to go for that on this side at least, and I may have to rework it over on this side as well. What if we can't go 3 blocks either. So, okay, we have this right here, then we go 1, 2, place, 1, 2, place, and there's 2 evenly right there. Which seems good, but I feel like, yeah, this is just not how I want it. It would be ideal if I could just put 1 in the middle, but that's not really how it's gonna end up working out, is it? I wonder what like a double wide thing would look like. Maybe I can figure out something a little special right here, like these will be normal, and then right here could be something special. I don't know, maybe I don't know, I can figure out what to put on here because it's not going to be the normal walls like this. And then over here, maybe we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's alright. There actually, is there a middle right in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that's 4. And yeah, that's 4. So this may not work exactly how I want it to, because I'm gonna have to figure out something to put into here. But for now, what I'm gonna do is at least just grab some of the black stone that I have and put some of it into brick form. Ooh, I can also combine, yeah, so I'm gonna put some of it into the blackstone brick form and probably put some of it into the polished form. And then what I can do in these sections right here, just kind of build it up and randomly place it, you know, just kind of add in some variation, and I think that looks pretty cool. I can always add in the stairs later on, so I'm gonna put these on the ends and then figure out what to do right here. So I experimented for a bit and I figured out sort of a pattern that I think I'm gonna stick with. Basically, there's a 3x3 that has like a perimeter of black stone, and then there's usually 2 black stone in between, or you know, here there's 4, but basically it's made up of these little 3x3s. And it took me a little while to figure out what to do in the corners, but I think this works. This looks a little bit skinny compared to these parts, but it's alright. Yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. And also, this is like my last stack of blackstone, so I'm definitely gonna need to go get some more for me to actually finish this place. And I'm gonna just keep expanding this like through here, but I'm gonna have to move all these chests, which is gonna be a pain in the butt. I'm probably gonna make a separate chest, not this one because it has stuff in it, and I'm just gonna dump my inventory into that chest and then slowly move all these somewhere else, get in the black stone, finish decorating, then move all my chests back. And also in these little 3x3 areas, I'm probably gonna use, well, I don't have any nether brick on me, but I want to try putting nether brick in them and seeing how that looks. So now I have all this blackstone in, and it's a pretty big mess over here with all my chests just out in the middle of the hall. I'm gonna fix that eventually. I just need to put nether bricks in here first. And also I tried something kinda new by doing a time lapse. Usually I don't do time lapses. Instead I usually do like montages of me breaking blocks or placing them or like whatever I need to do. So hopefully you enjoyed that time lapse. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is put nether bricks into these walls. So that would be an example of a montage that I normally do when I'm building things. And yeah, I just was wanting to try out some new things, so I made that time lapse. And I'd appreciate it if you went down in the comments and let me know which one you like better, so that then I can just stick to that technique in future videos. And I actually was running out of nether bricks. The only way that I was able to get more was because number 0 actually at his base was smelting up some netherrack for me, so a big thanks to him so that I could finish these walls. And the next thing that I want to do is figure out what I want to put in these ceilings. Right now I have 2 ideas. One of them is going to use stripped crimson stems. And this was my original idea, but after actually stripping some, I realized it's pretty bright. So after I strip this, let's just see what that looks like. I mean, I could see that fitting, but again, it is pretty bright compared to the darkness of the blackstone and the nether brick. And I was probably going to put a shroom light in there with like a crimson trap door as sort of a covering. I think that this does look pretty cool, but I just want to try out my other idea, which would be using nether brick again, and instead having a glowstone in the center. I still might put a crimson trap door over it, depending on how I like it or not, but let's just see what this looks like. Well, I do think that I like the nether brick up here, so I'm probably gonna just have nether bricks on the ceiling. But I'm not entirely sure if I like this over the glowstone for lighting. I think it looks alright, but I might experiment with a few different things, and maybe I'll try like using hanging lanterns or something. I ended up deciding to go with the hanging lanterns, and I actually only needed to put them in the corners for there to be enough light, so there are pretty much no torches down here. There's only torches in one spot, and that is right in here where you enter, because this spot right here you can't center a hanging lantern on that, so you know, needed to put in the torches, but that's alright. Also, I used the crimson wood for these doors. It's not too pretty back here, but that's fine because we have the doors to close it off. And I think that this goes pretty well. I don't think there's any other door that would fit as well as these do. And now that I have all the nether brick in, all I need to do is put all my chests back and basically reorganize everything by putting it up against the wall. Alright, everything is back up against the wall, and I actually took some time to reorganize my chests. In this one we have smooth stones, so I mean obviously regular stone, gravel's not supposed to be in here, that's supposed to go in the rough stone bin. So cobbled stones, rough stones, anything like that, unpolished diorite. And then up here is where there's all the polished and tiled rocks. Up here we have wood and glass, some wool, and some useful items. I'm just going to keep the books up here because they're related to lecterns, which are made out of wood. And down here we have dirt and nature items, so flowers, food that you can plant, and saplings. Over here is miscellaneous, and I didn't know what block to put. There's just a bunch of random stuff in here. Basically, if I don't know where to put it, it goes in the miscellaneous chest. So this is probably going to fill up pretty soon. And then this is the valuables chests. So ores and anything like that. And it's really anything that I think is valuable. So like glowstone, people might not think glowstone is valuable, but I do because it's kind of somewhat difficult to get. And, you know, enchantment books, things like that. Over here we have 6 furnaces, and then we have a crafting table with our nice stonecutter on top. And this chest right here, I'm just going to call this like my project chest. So basically, if I'm working on a project down here or somewhere in the base, and I don't need a chest at the location, I'm just going to collect everything that I might need for the project in this chest. And for now, I'm just going to have pistons in there because I don't really want to put them in miscellaneous, but, you know. So this is my project chest. And with that, I think that this episode is done. I think that this is actually a really good improvement to the base, and it's actually kind of cool to walk around down here now. It used to just be bland and boring, but now it looks awesome. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider giving it a like, and if you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe. That's it, and I will see you in the next one.